All right, we're live. We're live there. And just make sure my audio is good. We'll get going. What's happening? This is Quaman. We got a shedding and sharing session where I'm going to be practicing a little bit, and then I'll share a little bit as well. And I'm live here on Instagram. I'm not Instagram. I need to be on Instagram, but I'm on Facebook. So wherever you are, just leave me a message. Let me know that you can hear me good. Let me just double check the audio. Make sure everything is going well. And then we're gonna get started. I got my drum genius going. I'm gonna talk about creating an atmosphere for success. All right, check 1, 2. Okay. Okay, it looks like it's picking up there. All right, let's get the tenor. So I had to do some pivots so I can land on one. It might be a little hot. I got this heater on. But welcome to the stream, y'all. I'm Quaman Fowler, and on today we're gonna shed a little bit, and then I'm gonna share a little bit. That's what I do, because I just wanna share a little bit of what I've been working on, what I've been doing, as well as practice, and just give you an idea of how I continue to keep getting better. And so it's exciting because you're using your principles that you've always applied over your life, and then you're presenting it within a modern facet or fashion. You know, so today, if you are in business or whatever you're doing, you got to think about keeping the consistency of practicing or doing whatever you need for self-development. And then as things change with technology and practices on how you are going about things in your industry, you have to figure out a way to implement what you've already done, but just repackage it in a new way. And to do that, you got to think about, you know, your day-to-day like habits, and so you have to make it a point to create the atmosphere from the standpoint, like every day I'm waking up in prayer, praying, talking to God, and then I'm thinking about what I need to do for the day. And so a lot of times the things that we want to do, we'll want to gravitate to first, but then you got to think about the things that you need to do. Really, you need to do that first. So I know I need to practice. And so what I do in my practice time, I come into this atmosphere. Of course, in my studio, it is an environment where I feel inspired to practice. And so I got my keyboard, I got, Drum Genius set up on the phone. my saxophones are out. So when I come in here, I feel like going to work. And so what I do is I knock out two things at one time so I can practice and I can market too, because I can go live. And when I go live, I'm able to continue to create content and be consistent to keep you engaged, so that can open up more opportunity for students, mentees, for gigs or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's what I do. And so I'm gonna get into some practice right now. I got this drum beat on, Drum Genius, so I don't know what I'm gonna quite do, but high. So as I go higher, the harder it gets. Okay. All right. So I found something. And that's what I do. I put the metronome on, get that going so that I can discover something. I like that. That's a challenge right there. That's in the key of A concert. explain this for people who are not musicians. What's the significance in going over stuff like this? How does this work? This would be the equivalent to, let's say you read something in an article or a book or whatever that is just profound or a really, really good idea. The way that you're able to remember that idea, and a lot of times people don't even think about this, people who don't play instruments, like the way that you rehearse something, you go over it. So if you're going to remember something, you need to go over the line. If you're an actor or, a speaker, public speaker, they practice with words how we practice with melodies, and so articulation is very important. Vocabulary is very important. So the more you read, the more you're going to engage your mind about different ideas and perspectives, especially when you follow different leaders who specialize in speaking. You're always able to take something away from how that particular person puts things together. And when you hear messages, you study like their delivery, you study like their format, how they, might put humor in there or, I didn't study people and speaking like that. I'm just trying to give you an idea of how I'm thinking about relating the two. Because what I had to do on the saxophone is listen to a bunch of saxophone players. And from me listening to them play over songs, improvise over songs, then I would learn those things. I would transcribe it. And so as I would transcribe, I would have to learn. Well, it would help to you for you to learn how they're thinking. And it's a lot of different variables in there from the standpoint of the way that the vibrato is, the dynamics in their notes, and also the articulation, how they're attacking a note. And then you go into the physical, your fingers, so it can help you with dexterity and different combinations. And this is what I was talking about on Tuesday with my mentees as I was breaking down how to put lines in different keys. I was talking about, just the different connections between the sound, the feel, and the shape of the idea and all of that. And so it's very good because it's therapeutic. Even if you're not going to play professionally or not do so much playing, it's always good to practice because it's stimulating to the brain and it's therapeutic to your soul, for the soul. So, and it helps you, even if you're working a job or talking and leading people, it just helps to exercise things and challenge you in ways where mentally it just helps your perspective. I heard something said, they were talking about like really good surgeons, and surgeons, those really good surgeons play video games because there's something about having good hand-eye coordination, and it's very interesting because like my baby girl can play this thing, I think it's called energy ball, where she has to bounce, move her finger, and like these, plates are like popping up with music, and so she has to move her fingers and bounce, in time. And so she can do that so good. She can go for like minutes, and it gets faster and faster as it goes. And I was like, golly, she is killing this thing. And so I'll do it. And, I can only last so long and I'll fall off. But it's just interesting. Those practices like that, makes you stronger. And when you're in real life situations and you're needing to make decisions, depending on what you're used to doing privately or, by yourself, you're practicing or rehearsing or whatever, it helps your performance in public. And so with something like this, playing this line, for instance, I'll play. So what's going on? I'm playing high. So of course, once you get to a range that you don't usually live at all the time, I'm not playing high all the time. So I'm having to think about the altissimo fingering. I know it, but it's just clunky when you get high because you're doing a lot more maneuvering. It's not like a straightforward layout like maneuvering through the bottom part of the horn, But once you get high, you got to do all this type of, combinations of fingering using the left and right hand. So I'm not as quick. That's a good one. Okay, little commercial break. So if you're in the DFW area, I'm playing on Saturday night from 7 to 9 at BFF Asian Grill. All right, and that's like in the ballpark area, the stadium area, AT&T Stadium, around in there. So that's going to be from 7 to 9 on Saturday. So come on out. I'm going to be playing with tracks. All right. All right, let me go look at the chat. I think there you go. Okay. Okay, so yeah, no messages. If you want to share anything, definitely you can. Appreciate the likes and the hearts and everything. If you're enjoying it, go ahead and like it because it'll help refer it out to others to watch. And if you have any questions or comments, be sure to share it, and then I'll see if I can catch it and respond. Okay? All right. Now, yeah, that's technical stuff. And for those who are interested in being part of my mentorship program, the Sound Musician Mentorship Program, where we go over improvisational things on Tuesdays, we go over music business, marketing and stuff on Thursdays. And on Mondays, I'm going to start doing some things on how to, sharing about how to create multiple streams of income. This is a great season to get different streams going if you don't have any besides your active income where you're working a job or playing gigs. We have to have multiple streams and have residual income just the same as we have a lot of residual bills. So subscriptions. So you need to be creating subscriptions or some type of residual income. So we'll talk about that on Mondays. All right. So I'm going to put it on a groove. Let me see. Afro-Cuban is usually good. Something percussive. Okay. Woo! I thought about Con Alma. I messed it up. That's a good one. Ooh. That's nice. Ah. That's good. I like that. Oh, there we go. I forgot. Trying to do a countdown. I used to know it. There it is. Let me get that second one. Come on now. Come on. There we go. That's what gets you. That gets you. That's a big jump, by the way. I got to go B flat, F, and then up to D. That's a big jump. That's a sixth from F to D. Why that's hard? Because I'm going from a palm key and then I'm laying down 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. I'm laying down all my fingers and then I'm going. That's why it's a challenge. It's that middle one that gets me. That's a good one. Good thing to do. Put on that Drum Genius and get your shed on. All right, cool. So yeah, that's what happens when you set yourself up and go to your room that has the tools for you to be inspired. And once you get in there, you'll be able to discover some stuff. What up, George Elliott Noble? What's the word? What's happening? Looking at here, the comments. So yeah, I've got in the zone real quick, got my shed on, and it didn't even take an hour. It's 46 minutes, and I was able to get into some stuff. And that's what you want. You want to be able to push over into a zone, and that's really good for your whole being, your brain, the mind, because the mind runs the brain, and like it's good exercise for the body to be able to kind of go on that journey and push yourself, especially when you're able to put this rhythm, the groove on, and then I can kind of explore my thoughts and ideas as they come. And so if you want to connect with me, I left my information, my number is there, 877-360-4014. Send me a message. Let me know what's on your mind. Send me an email at info@quamonfowler.com. And you can join the mentorship program that I do for all those that want to get more in-depth accountability and mentorship from myself. Go to shed.quamonfowler.com. And also make sure you check out the book, Quamon Fowler. No, it's not. It's The Christian Musician on Amazon. The audio version is there, and the physical copy, if you want it sent to you, is available as well. And like I say, I'm going to be at BFF Asian Grill coming this Saturday from 7 to 9. The food is great. It's a great place. I'm playing on the little stage in the corner there, but it fills up the whole space. It's really cool. I'll be there the next couple of weeks. So I'm excited about that, playing with tracks. I have to play this evening at a place. And yeah, I need to do some things before 12 o'clock, 12:30. So I'm going to get off of here. But thank y'all so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Hope this was helpful for you. All right. Peace.